Hey there, Sam.
Hello, Jamie. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, it's been a while since we talked, that we got together.
Yeah, since last month.
Yeah, I've been with doing some trainings. I'm I have a 3 hour training on Wednesdays, so it's a lot of time. But
How is it? How was it going?
it's going good. Lots of interesting stuff being done, and yeah, good people are learning JavaScript and figuring it out for the first time, so that's good. Um, yeah, I enjoy doing it for people. So
Good.
um,
I've seen some of them post. Some thank you letter. I don't know.
the what?
That they they really appreciate your training day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of work, but it's um, it's good stuff. So yeah, good. Well, did you get your question answered on the community? I saw you had posted it one about using the different options.
Uh, yeah. Uh, when had answered me. Have give me an answer just similar to the FileMaker standard script option.
Yeah, did a discussion ensue? I let's see here. I'm gonna find that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the same as the ones up there. So whatever use cases you have. Cool. I'm glad that I don't particularly use any of them. So I
Yeah.
would it would take special cases to understand what to do with them. So
Okay.
all right. Well, I am just going to I want to I'm gonna just take a half an hour. I'm not going to go too long. But by the way, this is what I'll show you what we're doing in the training.
I'm sorry, I could not see your screen.
Oh, am I
Clear.
not sharing? Okay, share. Oh, yeah, my share is on. Here, I'll start it over. Oof. How's that? Can you see it?
Yeah, but not clear.
Not clear. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Just do that. How's that? Is that better?
Oh yeah, better. Thank you.
Okay. I just have to do it that way from now on. All right, so we're in the training sessions. Yesterday was my first session with a new group of people. I've got 3 people in that, and they're all people that have been in FileMaker for a long time and feel like they need to learn JavaScript, which I like that idea. But this is what we created yesterday, where we just started with a chart library, and we figured out how to get the data from FileMaker into the JavaScript. So pretty basic to start, but it's kind of a good way to teach people about functions, about doing some importing, about working with JSON and JavaScript objects and so forth. So let me get, looks like somebody is wanting to get in here. One sec. So this is fun to be able to create. Today, I meet with them Tuesdays and Wednesdays, my time at 3 p.m. And we do a lot of discussion, a lot of let's see, I invite someone, a lot of 945-840 945 945. We do a lot of, that's interesting. Did when you logged in, did it ask you for a passcode into this Zoom?
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
I'm asking for permission. Yes, and then you accept my request, and then I could join
Okay.
join this meeting. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, this is a lot of fun to be able to come up with this. Today, we're going to talk about how to get data out of the JavaScript into FileMaker by clicking on a bar, and then just teaching people the basics of working with JavaScript libraries. So yeah, that's what we've been doing.
May I ask the last line of the index.js file, the window.chart equal to low chart?
Yeah. So this is hey Mehedi, welcome. I see you there. Yeah, this is just a different way that I've started to play with the idea of a function that loads the chart, and then I assign it to the window in a variable called load chart. So here's I'll do this to make it easier to understand. So load chart function is assigned to this variable on the window, and that makes it available to FileMaker. So this is just another way of doing it. Obviously, what I've been doing is typing window dot load chart again equals, and doing this. And this is basically the same thing. This is 2 steps instead of 1. This is basically, when I'm doing this, I'm actually creating a variable called load chart, and I'm giving it the value of a function with this equal sign. So this is just a different way of doing it. Instead of, I'm giving it an anonymous function where it doesn't have a name. This function up here does have a name. And so I'm just taking this function and assigning it to this variable. So these are basically the same thing. Version 2. This is more of when you're using the keyword function, this is how you would write it. So both of these are acceptable. I just didn't want to confuse my guests with my students with this at the moment, but I will talk to them about that today. So, all right.
Okay. Thank you.
Mehedi, welcome.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Glad to see you. Here. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
Glad you're here. Mehedi was a student in one of my user group or my training sessions. Sam is he comes to every office hours. He does a lot of exploring of JavaScript. So glad to have you. You're Sam. You're in where are you located again?
Japan.
Japan. Mehedi's in the UK. So everybody is from all over. That's great. Cool. Well, let me do one thing. Let me get rid of. Okay, so this is what we were doing with the user groups, and Mahedi, I'm hoping you're taking what we did and trying to push it more and maybe start to use it in something in a client file.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Yeah, there's lots to learn actually, and when you work with something new, it always slow at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I think the way you showed it is very helpful actually.
Good. So you did learn something from my sessions, and there's
Yeah.
still a lot more, but we can only
Mhm.
go so far before people's brains explode. So we may do it again at some point, have a different kind of session. So we'll see.
Sure.
All right. So what I was trying to do, I have a client that wants to work with DataTables, but he wants to use it offline. So when I worked with folks, when we did some DataTables work, we just, in fact, I'll show you, we copied the, let's see, this one. Here's an example of a file, a repository where the DataTables it's in the index.html file. Actually, it's not. Why is this not? Oh, because I had a different one. Let's look at that one. DataTables, there we go, it's this one. So in the index.html, we put in a bunch of links to the content delivery network. And this perfectly works because I can link to this in my HTML document, and I can go get, I can access all of this functionality that's right here. Obviously, the problem is that this has to be online, and one of my clients actually is interested in having this offline. So I've got to figure out how to get DataTables offline, and so I thought I would explore that in a new repository. I am recording this, so you can always watch it later. You can follow along, but I'm not going to do a whole lot of stopping and screen sharing and such. But if you want, at least you can take this. I'll chat it over to you both. You can take that, use it, that repository, and eventually, try the same thing. All right, so I have got a new repository. I'm going to clone it, close this one here, and Command-Shift-P, clone. I'm going to put this in my JS work file, open it up, and then turn on the terminal and do a git install, npm install. Run that. Okay. Whoa, wow, that's different from yesterday. 4 high severe vulnerabilities. Let's do an npm audit fix. Why that suddenly was doing it. That's fine. Okay, now it fixed it. That's great. I'm going to see what it updated. So it updated a bunch of packages that needed to be updated. So I hope this still works. I'll have to test it. Okay, so we've got this. We've installed it. And now I want to try to get DataTables to work offline. And I'm going to go to the DataTables repository, or the DataTables, what's it called? The page, the documentation, and figure out how to, first of all, I need to put a div with the D table. Okay, I've got that. Second thing I need to do is install it. So this is how I want to install it. And I'm going to try to do it NPM wise. NPM, I don't know. Oh, you know what? Let's try it a different way. Down below, there's a download builder. Where is that? Download builder, right? Yeah. Download builder. Okay. So it looks like, let's see, let's do data tables. Let's do Bootstrap 4, actually. Data tables, Bootstrap 4. We won't worry about any extensions, and we're going to try this. So Node Package Manager, we can hopefully use this to install this. So let's just try this. First thing I'm going to do is install and save jQuery. So npm install save jQuery. That imported npm or jQuery npm install save datatables.net -bs4. Okay, so that did add in my node modules, it added data tables. Okay, and it added jQuery some here. So, I mean, it feels like, all right, so here's where I always got stuck. I can install it, but because it's using jQuery, to be able to use the selected software in your package, you use the following code, require, okay. So I think I'm going to put that in my index.js. Just get rid of all this stuff. Open up the file. All right, so the first thing I'll do is get this started, npm start. And then up here, I'm going to type, is that right? Require? Can I just type in require? I guess so. Let's see. When used with CommonJS data table packages, exports a factory function that can be executed. Oh, let's see. Oh, I need to do this. This is what I need to do. Okay, so var, we'll do const $ equals require jQuery. So I think, and const dt equals require. So I think what this is doing is it is, oh, window. Let's try that. I'm not really sure what I'm typing here at the moment. I think require is an older way to import the library into this package so that it can be used. Okay, so now let's just check and see if this works. Let's give it a couple columns. So we'll do, we did this, I did this with the training group, title, first, data first, and then title last, data last. We'll just do those two columns, and then we're going to set up some fake data. We'll do first Jeremy, last Brown, first David, last. Okay. So let's see if this will run. Yeah, see. So I'm supposed to be bringing in, oh, maybe because, let's try this. Can't find variable first. Oh. I gotta quote that. Okay. I've got it. Actually, I wonder if DataTables.net-BS4. I wonder if I type that in. BS4 net. Okay, I'm getting. Okay, that's correct. Huh. All right. Now I'm going to, okay, so I've got, actually, I think I've got the functionality working. This is interesting. Here's what I've been doing. Here's what I did. It's interesting that it's not. It's interesting that's not picking up. See if this works. No. All right, let's go back to that. Okay, so I'm requiring jQuery in the form of this $, which is used in my code. Hey, Don, welcome.
Hey, how are you?
You're doing great. Welcome. We have Sam on, you know Sam, and we have Mahedi from the UK. He was in one of my training courses recently, so he thought it was amazing, didn't you, Mahedi?
Sure, yeah.
What rebate did you get for that? No.
Okay, so I brought in jQuery on this $ variable, and now I can access all of the functionality in there using this. I'm supposed to have brought in the data table. I'm going to put it back on the word data table. If I do that, let's see. Yeah, okay, so it breaks. So this is correct. So what's happening is I'm bringing in all of the data tables library, all of its functionality using this require method, this require function. And then it's going to be accessed using the variable data table. And then I'm passing in the options. So let's see if that works. Yep. Okay. So now I'm getting the options. This is exactly what data table provides. We just need to, Jeremy, yep. Just need to work on the styling, which I think I can do by going to the data tables BS4. I'm going to copy this relative path. And then I'm going to go over to my index file and do in my style tag, do at import, and then paste that in. Put it first. It's close. What else do I need to bring in? So if I were doing this, just the data tables. So it's Bootstrap. Oh, and let's try to bring in some other CSS from the data tables library. There is nothing there. Is that coming in even? Here, I'm going to try something. I'm going to stop the server. I'm going to reload this. It's broken. I'm going to delete a couple folders. These two folders up here hold like the code that was generated. during the, so that the web browser, the web viewer can read it. When I start up my server, it's going to create those folders again. And then my web viewer is actually looking at this folder right here, the index.html. So the style is brought in. Data table. Do I have? I do. So the bootstrap is not being, it's not, well, it is being imported. Why is it not catching?
Is it DataTables.css? Something like that.
Yeah. Well, I've only got one CSS file in this node modules folder in the data tables. I don't think I have, do I have Bootstrap in here? No. Do I need to? I shouldn't need to. Maybe I do need to install Bootstrap as well. It doesn't say that, which is kind of a pain. Let's look at pmjs.org. Let's do data table. Let's just look at the source. See if it gives us a structure. Oh, we can do. Well, let me install npm install Bootstrap. Let's do install. Let's try this, I guess. Because maybe the problem is that Bootstrap isn't part of this, so it isn't getting picked up. All right. Just gonna let this refresh. Bootstrap. Node modules. Oh, come on, where are you, Bootstrap? You're not, you haven't, here, I'm just gonna shut this for a sec. Shut that down. Open recent. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Offline, okay. So let's see, did Bootstrap get refreshed in here? There it is. Wait, no. Yep, there it is. Okay. So, boy. How do you... How the following you'll find this refinements. Okay. Now, maybe I just do a link to this. All right. So let's try that. Bootstrap.min.cs. Copy relative path. Open up my index.html and put that at the top. Import. Okay. Styling is not kicking up. The functionality is just fine, but what's missing is the data tables, import, Bootstrap, not showing. DataTables, Bootstrap not working. DataTables.net PS. Is this what I need? Come on, I did that. Huh. So if I go to, let's just try something here. If I actually go to my new or my repository that I was working with somebody, it has Bootstrap min, then it has DataTables. So I'm going to put this link in here and see what happens. Okay, that did fix it. Okay, so these imports are not, they are happening, but okay, what did I import? I imported Bootstrap 4.6.min.css. Why? So if I have that, that's what accesses the Bootstrap. Wait, is there a difference? Yeah, there's a little bit of difference. Interesting. Okay, so I guess what I just said, this should work. Import node modules, Bootstrap dist, Bootstrap, CSS. That's the exact same. That's the exact same. What if I remove this altogether? Okay, so this style is not even, this importing is not even working. Let's try to do this. I'm going to do at import so let's see, style src dot style. Nope, I don't have a. Okay, so I imported my overriding style sheet. I'm going to put in here background color red. Okay, so that works. Okay, so the importing is working. It's just these two are not importing for some reason. This is the whole point. I can't, this is online. I can't have it be offline. All right, I'm gonna try something else here. I'm going to copy this style sheet URL, paste it, go get it. And then I'm going to put it in a new folder. Here, I'm going to do new file. I'm going to do css/bootstrap.css and paste that in. Then I'm going to do import source-css/bootstrap. Okay. Oh, gotta remove that. Okay, that works. Okay, good. So now I can have it offline because I don't know why that import wasn't working from there. I'll have to explore that. But this is where the Bootstrap is stored. And so now I am able to link to it this way through the source. Oh, I wonder, that actually reminds me. I'm going to go back. Let's try something. I wonder if it's, I don't know if that's it. Just trying different things. Actually, that worked. Oh, okay, that worked. Good. This is what I prefer to have. Do I need this? I actually don't think I need this then. I just need to put the right prefix, or there we go. Nope, I need that other one. We'll just add both of them in case. So I don't know, it looks like my code was having problems finding this path. And so it just wasn't importing it. There we go. Oh, interesting. That's actually different. Let's do this. Sorry, I'm just going nuts here. Let's get rid of that. Import, let's keep those on the same line. They keep wanting to get down. Huh, nope, that just doesn't. Node modules. Okay, so let's go back to what I had before and just call that good. We'll see if it all works. All right, good. So now I'm missing my arrows. I'm missing some things. So this isn't perfect. I guess what I should do is, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy data table. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the CSS. Yeah, see, that was coming in. Interesting. I'll put it in its own folder or its own file called dtbs.css, paste it in there, and then I will import that in as well. So import source / CSS, data table CSS, nope. Bootstrap. Okay, let's get that to work, see if that works. Yep. And then we're going to do another line at import src css dtbs.css. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I got it to work. Not my most favorite way, simply because I have these two extra CSS files, but this works. The node modules import wasn't working, but this is now, this means that it can be totally offline, and that when I, all right, so let's just do that, and npm run build : upload. Let it builds, and now all of that was placed into here. And I can go out of dev mode and it works just fine. And if I were to turn off my internet, I would lose access to you all, but this should work because the CSS and the JavaScript is all contained in this huge long piece of text. Yep. Very cool. Okay, I got it to work. It's, for me, for each library, it's always a wrestling match to see who can win in getting the right syntax here, in making sure that I've got whatever require is necessary. In fact, I bet I don't even need, I probably do that. That's probably going to break. It's always just a wrestling match to get it to work, but it's working.
So what are your current stats on that? Wins to losses?
Well, with data tables, probably 1 me, 7 it.
I'm just messing with you.
I've tried this like every couple weeks to see if I can get it to work, and that's interesting. And I'm able to get it to work now, so that's interesting. I just have to understand what I'm doing here. This is what's interesting to me. I think, here's what I think. Yeah, so here's what I think is happening. We're putting jQuery, we're putting its library into this $sign as the functionality, so I could start using it anywhere. Then we are I'll have to read about this, but we're requiring data tables on the window and also attached to the jQuery. And then inside of the function, inside of the data tables library, there's a function called data table that needs these options for it to work. So this, I think that's how it is. And I think that I've figured out how to build this so that it works offline for clients. Yeah, that's great. And I'll test it. As soon as we're done, I'll turn off my internet and see if it works. But looks like it's good. Looks like I'm good to go with this. That's great.
Jeremy, is there a number of record you can download? Like, is there any limitations? Like how many records you can upload?
Into here?
Mhm.
No, I think Mehdi, I think we did. I can't. Yeah, we had done this. We had used. Yeah, I think we did this, Mehdi, in your session, where we had two record sets. One has 10,000 records in it. The other had 206.
Yeah.
We didn't have any problem downloading these. I don't think there's a limit. I think that it just matters the speed of how fast you want it to be.
And where all these records would be stored if you're doing offline?
So the data is just imported into the library. Are you talking about, what are you talking about? Records of in this HTML file field table?
That's correct. Is it all the record like we are offloading from whatever source we're using, and it would be offloaded in that one variable under HTML, that field?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, so I got this to work offline. That's great. I'll be able to. I'm going to have to do some surgery on a client's file to make this happen, but it seems like it is working. And it was, this is how I do things. I keep wanting to, and I'm trying to do this. Every time I start to explore something, I start to, I want to record it and then post it onto my YouTube channel. And, but it's just a lot of me stumbling and Googling and, swearing and such. So it's not maybe good content. I don't know. I mean, it's fun to explore this and see what could happen. And, you get to be.
I think you should post it actually, because there's a lesson to be learned from here. How if you are in like put yourself in a position and how you can recover from it.
Yep. Yeah. Good point. Well, my recovery methods are I figure it out or I walk away frustrated. So, but yes, cool. Well, I got this to work. I'm pretty happy about that. So I can work on my client file like this. And all I have to do is push this in there and copy this stuff over and I should be good. I got to import it, but yeah, that's not a big deal. So I don't know. What do y'all? Don, I haven't talked to you for a while. I was talking with Sam. I haven't offered office hours for a while because of my training, but I'm getting back to it. What have you been up to?
Just writing code. Just I've got like 5 projects going on all at once. They're all, some of them are intermixed. They're all around doing those room sweep, room check deals, preventative maintenance, room checks for audiovisual rooms globally. And so I've got one for Toyota, one for Price Waterhouse, one for Charter Bank, one for Abbott Labs, all coming together, that I'm working on.
Okay.
So it's all stuff in FileMaker. In fact, Standard Charter, I'm looking to become a business partner at this point with FileMaker because Standard Charter wants it on-prem on their side. So I'm looking to pick that up so that I can start charging them for FileMaker and
Great.
recover some of my costs that way too.
Yeah.
Still
Well,
hunting for an employee.
yeah. Well, post it in the. Feel free to post that in the community. I know it's not solely JavaScript based, your work, but it's also.
Anybody that's got JavaScript would definitely help because I definitely need to get that side of things going too. So.
Very nice. Sam, what have you been working on?
I've been working on Sketch
Okay.
using JavaScript and add some image or and PDF into the canvas. Yeah, it's one of the one of my projects. And another one I'm trying to create Canada and campaign board.
Cool.
Yeah. I hope it could work on FileMaker Code. Yeah, because I think you have to use jQuery if you want to do some work on iPad.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you doing this for fun or are you doing this for a project?
For fun. For
Okay.
Canada and campaign board is for fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
The first one is a project base.
All right. Well, this is good. All right, guys. I think we'll call it. I solved my problem, so that's great. I'll probably I'm not sure what I'll do in the afternoon now. I assumed I wouldn't be able to solve this in the morning, but I'll just replicate it and pretend that I don't know what I'm doing in the afternoon. So,
Do you update the library for some maybe few years later, or if your clients ask for an update of the library, do you do any update of the library you use?
Do I do that if a client asks for it?
Yeah.
I guess if it's like, I don't know, if they suddenly realize that there's a new feature that they need, then maybe, yeah, I would do it. But typically I haven't had that experience yet, Sam, where none of the libraries I'm using have lots of updates right away. So it doesn't, it's necessary to, I've never experienced that where I've had to update someone's library. I will have to update it if there's a breaking version and I'm paying attention to that, but yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me, and we will get back to this. The last Tuesday of April, I will be out, so we won't have that. But then the first week of May, the first Wednesday of May, I will we'll do show and tell. So please, Mahedi, I'd love to have you join and show us what you're working on based on what we did in the group. Okay.
Sure. Yep.
Right.
To be honest, like one of our clients who has like property acquisition they're doing, and we were looking for a solution like how could we offload the data because they are always flying from Dubai to London, you see, and so we were thinking how we could offload the data and they can use the data on the mobile phone, and I think we might have a solution.
Okay.
And thank you for that, actually. Yeah.
Cool. All right, gentlemen. Have a good day.
All right. Okay. Have a good day.
Talk to you later.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.